Hey guys, Dazzler Magic here, and oh boy, this is the one you've been waiting for. So right now as I'm recording this, I have only watched the 3-minute intro, and that is it, and seen no spoilers, no internet posts, nothing. Absolutely zero. About WotC's GenCon panel where they outline what the next 3 years of Magic are going to be. They usually do 1 year. So instead of like, I'm going to play it, then you can see it, then react and all that, it would be an hour and a half. I'm just going to wait till they say something and then like say what they said and then comment on the topic, and that should keep her short. They did throw the entire Phyrexian arc as an EPUB, which, whatever that is, it's probably a PDF. Just calm down there, Miss Useful Degree. But that strongly suggests that not enough people caught up with the story, and according to Mark's comments recently, nobody did. All the old-timer people who read the books 25 years ago, they were like super into it, and everybody else is like, that's too much to read, I've got too much to do, and you've already completely turned me off of Standard Constructed, so why would I care? So not only are they going to push like the story and it's relevant what happened now to the future is what they heavily are implying, but story in general is going to continue to be important because that's generally one of the more consistently followed things by some portion of the community, whether they play the game or not. First off, oh my gosh, the Wilds of Eldraine is the start of a 3-year story arc. Just let that sink in. To quote Elon Musk, so the borderline unset plane with comical villains and stupid, silly, like Shrek characters is going to be the basis for a hyper-serious arc that we have to actually care about. We are starting off on the wrong foot here, my dudes. So they're saying the holes between the planes, which is I guess called Omen Paths, that's going to be the feature for about a year. So I guess some villain from Wilds of Eldraine, well, they're either going to come into the plane, or someone from there is going to come out of there and attack other planes would be my guess. It could work, but it just seems like a terrible idea. I mean, oh, a gingerbread man. Ooh, a super powerful magical gingerbread man goes to Dominaria. To which literally anything, some dragon or knight or something says, the hell is this? And then eats him. I don't think Eldraine characters belong on any other plane. So hopefully it's the inverse. Hopefully an outside threat comes to Eldraine. That would be really nice. But we already kind of know the story, and I can almost certainly confirm that that is not true. So the new character Kellen is going to be extremely important. Shocking, if you know his background or you know WotC's background, that they would design a character to be the new star person we need to care about. And then Will and Rowan, because, you know, duh. And then Ashiok. So Ashiok might actually be the new villain. But if you know Ashiok's history, they tend to go after, like, really powerful people who have a high opinion of themselves and take them back down to Earth. So not even necessarily a villain. And then we know something about the sleeping curse. So is that going to spread to other planes or something? Or I don't know. My guess is Ashy Lair is going to show up and be like, ooh, a sleeping thing, and I do stuff with nightmares. You know what I should do is find a way to, like, copy that and then do that to other planes. And then maybe they'll have, like, a stun counter that'll kind of act as, like, a sleep thing and a new mechanic, and I don't know, like, yeah, who knows. That wouldn't be too bad. But some dumb, cheesy storybook villain coming to, like, more serious planes, I just cannot take that seriously, so hopefully that's not what's going on. Okay, he just confirmed something that I agree with. He said, at least Lost Caverns of Ixalan, which is still in 2023. Originally called Atlazan, by the way. Fun little trivia leak for you there. We're going to return there, and it's going to be the story, it's going to be the characters, dinosaurs, vampires, all that, but completely mechanically different. Now see, when they went back to Theros, I said, you gotta do Devotion again. Devotion was one of the best mechanics ever made. It is, like, inherently fair, because you can take it up to a 9, and then they use a kill spell to take you back to a 6, but it's not over. It's not done. And then Bestow, like, where they're like, oh, you're a giant creature that I can't stop. Okay, now I killed it, but then the bestowed one jumped off, so I need a second kill spell, but it's smaller. Maybe I can manage it. It's all these little steps up, step down. A step 2, or they're winning, and then, oh, I might have backed them off, now I can win. You know, it's this intense on the edge of your seat kind of thing, and I loved it. But just because, you know, we go to Theros doesn't mean that I think, well, we're going back to Devotion Land, because the Devotion, where they must have just felt obligated to do it again or something, or try to print it just enough to push it more in Modern and Commander. It didn't work. It was underpowered, weak, unplayable crap. So I think when we go back to a plane, they should have the mechanics and everything all set, and then just be like, what plane would this fit to? Okay, we'll just shoehorn it in and make it fit, which is, I believe, ground up instead of top down, as far as design philosophy. So I think them saying that they're going to do that, I am 100% for that, and that will definitely be a step in the right direction. Now, Mark went way too far with it and said, yeah, this whole entire everything, the whole set was actually not supposed to be on Ixalan. It was supposed to be a plane that's entirely underground. So the whole Lost Caverns of Ixalan thing, it wasn't supposed to be on Ixalan. So we're going to see all kinds of like underground spelunking mechanics. I don't know. And then he even admits they just kind of shoehorned it into Ixalan because it was popular and they thought they should go back. Nothing wrong with that, but he shouldn't have said it. That's the kind of thing you don't tell the customers. I think that went a little far. But I do like the quote where he says, just because we're going back to a plane doesn't mean we're doing what we did last time. Yeah, stop going back to Dominaria and being like, well, we have to have dragons, we have to have legends mean something. Legends are the mechanic. No. So it sounds like they're bringing masterpieces back. Special guests is what they're calling it. They're only going to be on, quote, the list, which, you know, you open that, you know, and collector's boosters only, because of course. And he implied without stating that it's reprints, like super valuable reprints. So yeah, masterpieces are back. So they're pushing Universes Beyond extremely hard. They have came out and said they're going to do that. Shocker, after 40k did pretty well in Lord of the Rings. Well, one card did really well. I heard it got people to play Historic on Arena, but I don't have numbers to back it up, so I don't know. But then, I kid you not, let me direct quote it. Universes Beyond is magic, but its core strength lies in the further innovation it brings. We want money from other fandoms. There, I just translated it into like normal speak for you. It was followed by the term, and not just Magic fans, if you think I'm, jumping the gun there. Oh, and the Lord of the Rings set, they, quote, could not be happier with how much joy it brought to our fans. Direct quote minus me not being able to read. Sub to this channel to promote my illiteracy, 1 like equals 1 prayer. So they painted a bunch of characters in blackface and turned it into a lottery. Who the hell did that bring joy to? Streamers who had slightly higher people tune in? Liberal zombie sheep on Twitter telling you that you're so stunning and brave? Is that who you brought joy to? Just shut up. So, Ixalan's gonna have Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World universe as a beyond. Let's move on. So at least 2 secret layers from that. Great. That aggressively mediocre melt into oblivion Hollywood burnout series is what they chose. Boy, Hollywood and WotC both getting desperate. In fact, everybody running their business into the ground towards the left, if you know what I mean. They all seem to be suffering right now. I wonder why that is. What could be the common factor, you think, if you had to guess? Oh, and from the mystery slides from Mark Rosewater's presentation, Skeletor, he's from Caverns of Ixalan. That angry lady on a horse chasing the goblins. I was wrong, that's actually Lord of the Rings. Remember, it was split in 2 parts. We're going to see the second wave of Lord of the Rings later this year, and that's what it was from. I'll get to the rest later. They're bringing out Sauron as like some kind of psychedelic pro-mushroom poster that you put up under a black light. Like, they went one universe too far beyond with that one, okay? For the 5th anniversary of Arena, which I could have sworn it's been out for 6 years, but I don't know, whatever. They're doing some big thing, and by some big thing, I don't mean player appreciation or anything, or like free anything, or anything that'll get them customers. They're just doing another Lord of the Rings thing, basically. It's a new set coming to Arena that isn't standard constructed. I guess we're supposed to be excited about that. What a great 5th anniversary. Not, give everybody 10 free drafts or a permanent, formerly called block constructed, now called set constructed. Free queue, no, they're not going to do that. No phantom drafts, no all access, nothing. Nothing that would get free players in at the low tier and then just leave them there forever. And then if they want to pay money, they can escape it. A standard business model that always consistently works is seen as fair by the players. They're not going to do that. They're just going to try and sell you more crap that'll go straight to historic. And this was announced a long time ago, but I'll throw it in. Alchemy is rotating every 2 years, not 3. It's going to get a new achievement system. I would almost put money on it not having any kind of rewards and just being like a status thing with like a gamer score maybe. Just number go up, me good player. No coins or gems though, let's not get crazy. And then they're going to do an improved duplicate prevention. It sounds to me, if I read between the lines, like it's going to go between sets. So if you already own 12 copies of one card, like, I don't know, some counterspell or something, then you won't pull it starting in Eldraine, I guess. They just call it enhanced duplicate protection. That seems to be what they were saying. And they directly quoted, goes beyond wins and losses. Yes, because there's like 3 competitive decks. They're all unbeatable and you refuse to do anything about it. So yes, you better go beyond wins and losses. They're fully remastering Shadows over Innistrad on Arena, and then after that, they're going to do almost no remasters for a long time. So, all right. Translating that into real speak, it wasn't selling very well. And nobody's playing Historic. Oh, and then after they do the final absolute end of the road SOI remaster, they're going to do the totally not remaster Khans of Tarkir block in its entirety. But guys, it's not a remaster. It's just the exact same thing, except they're putting in all the cards. And then they use the term rhino-sized and fan favorite in the same sentence, referring to Tarkir. What planet were you living on when that happened in real time? Okay, you clearly didn't work there. All right, first thing in 2024, next art preview reveal, that member of the whatever the hell tribe with the painted face vampire people is apparently Ravnica Remastered. They're doing retro frames again because I guess they haven't completely burned that out, and it's going to be, quote, all 3 sets. I'll just tell you right now there's been more than 3 Ravnica sets, so I actually don't know what he's talking about. My guess would be Dragon's Maze, Guilds of Ravnica, and whatever the hell the third one was back in 2013. Then the first, actual set, I assume premiere set, aka standard release, is going to be Murders at Karlov Manor. And that matches with the guy taking a picture of a mansion hiding in the bushes. I thought he was just some guy on a list, probably creeping on kids while pretending to be a judge at a Magic tournament. So, brand new backdrop theme, and put it in a new world. They quoted that again, so it wasn't really supposed to be on whatever plane the Karlovs are from. I could check, but I don't care. Because it doesn't matter, because they're just, it's going to be the plane in name only. I'm all for that, but if you're excited about, ooh, we're going to return to this plane, maybe they'll do this again. No. Sounds like a murder mystery thing. Sounds like maybe Shadows of Innistrad meets Conspiracy 2. I am 100% all for it, except that it's a standard release and it's WotC and I'm not going to buy it and I'm boycotting them and they're awful and they ruin the game. Other than that, sounds neat and I'm all for it. Oh, and it's on Ravnica apparently. And they've assured us it's not going to be aligned to the guild colors. And then they're doing some Universes Barely Beyond thing at the same time with Clue. And to celebrate Clue's 75th anniversary, apparently they've already done a reimagined version of it. If you could reimagine in your head right now what they did to the characters, just take a guess. Hyper-intelligent doctor dressed, wearing a formal suit with a tie and then a classy sweater on top of it. And a pencil on his ear and then glasses, black guy. With an expensive watch. Some angry Hell's Kitchen reject with the haircut, and you know damn well what I mean. Let's just say if I asked her out, I feel like I'd be barking up the wrong tree there. We've got a powerful woman who don't need no man in a pantsuit or some kind of I'm an executive outfit. We've got just some Italian-looking stereotype. And then a black lady with red dyed hair wearing a dress like she's going to the Emmys. And then an old white guy with a mustache who looks suspicious. And you might as well just go with him because he probably changes the rules. It's him. It's the white guy. Reimagined! And now we're going to see this trash in a Universes Beyond thing. Great. Okay, so I might want to turn down your speakers a little bit, but woo! They're finally doing it. They're finally doing it. Fallout tie-in. I might actually buy this. This is not a drill. I might buy this. I mean, I won't, but I'm elevating it to the level of I might buy this. Fallout Commander. I could almost tell you right now, knowing nothing about anything about it, that these Commander decks are going to sell for more than you pay for them. Within a week. I would feel pretty safe putting in an order for that, actually, a pre-order. More good news, there's nothing to reimagine because all the NPCs are random. There's not really too many noteworthy people. I mean, you can do Elder Maxon or whatever, and you know they're going to make them black. But sparing that, you run around the world of Fallout, especially Fallout 4, it's everybody's every color. You got people it's just people who live in America, whatever. It's just random ass people. Everybody's represented, which they seem to be obsessed with. I don't care. In my city, everybody lives here and we all talk and hang out and don't give a crap. It's all they hyper focus on, but at least they can't just take some notoriously no, this actually occurred in medieval Norway and be but they're black now. Oh, but we gotta throw in the neon-haired, hook-handed female World War I soldier that definitely existed. Now, piss off with all that. But in Fallout, they would almost have to try to screw this up. Unfortunately, they are probably going to try to screw this up. Because the only thing more important than making money, business, and customer satisfaction is throwing a bunch of lefty talking points and fake pandering racist bullshit in your face. Slight disclaimer, you'll be giving money to ZeniMax if you buy this. All right, quarter two, we got Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Hope y'all want to learn some horsemanship. So that's creepy dude with the skeleton hands riding the chariot. That's that one from the image reveal thing. It's a villain-heavy world because, well, lefty idiots, their theme lately has been, well, actually the villains aren't that bad. Sympathetic villain, maybe it's the good guys that are bad, actually. Or maybe you're all just satanic cult members. Maybe that's what's going on, Hollywood and lefty idiots. That might be it. You know what we should do is project it into the real world and then be soft on crime and see how that goes. Let's do that in a couple sample cities, like San Francisco and Portland and New York. Let's see how that goes. That would be a fun experiment. So Wild West outlaw world theme, and a bunch of the villains are like escaping to there to all kind of centralize, but then shocker, they can't get along. So actually that's a little more logical than actual leftist talking points if you think about it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Snake Lady with the Hydras is Modern Horizons 3. Modern Horizons 1 and 2 were the worst thing to happen to game balance in the entire history of Modern. Well, no, the Eldrazi. Okay. Second worst? Technically, they resulted in more bans than the Eldrazi, though, if you think about it. But the level of damage? Actually, no, I'm putting Modern Horizons 1 and 2 back on top. I think it exceeded the Eldrazi Winter by any metric, now that I think about it. So that'll be a train wreck. And since you're already pissed off about this stupid set where it's 50% reprints and 50% brand new cards that just take tier 1 decks and make them tier 0.9 and then they turn around and ban them later and promote, high storm scale trash like Dredge, since you're already angry about all that, they're going to feature double face cards. Oh my god, it's coming 100% 1-to-1 into Arena 2. Just kill me. Also, they're connecting F&M play to the Mastery Pass on Arena. That is the worst idea I have ever heard in my entire life. I guess they just decided, you know what? Let's sell less Mastery Passes. So everybody who can't play paper or doesn't want to, but still, I don't know, somehow for some reason wants to play something on Arena, so standard constructed, but they don't live near an LGS. Okay, let's like take all those people, which are the only people left on Arena, and then make them go to an LGS and make them go to F&M. Oh, they can't? Oh, well, then you can't complete your Mastery Pass. I'd like to think it has to just be supplemental or optional either or, but that's not what it sounds like, and I don't think it is. It's just a desperate attempt to keep stores open because they know that'll kill their company faster than almost anything else. So I think I'm roughly 100% accurate so far on Universes Beyond leaks from that leak video that I leaked. It got crap reviews, so don't blame me if you didn't click on it. It's not my fault. But Assassin's Creed Universes Beyond. Yay, Ubisoft is so popular right now. Let's give them money. Yay. Well, I never played any of the games because, screw Ubisoft. I played literally let's see, Rainbow Six Siege 2. Pretty sure that was them. And, whatever the Vegas one was. The one that went on sale and then they started giving it out for free in Newegg packages because the DRM made the game unplayable. Day one. Yeah, that one. And then, Far Cry 5. And I'm already Ubisofted out. So, yeah, I'll play Assassin's Creed when Hell freezes over. And I heard most of the games are shit. And it's going to be a really big Universes Beyond because they're doing something called a Beyond Booster. I hope it comes in a Happy Meal with a Beyond Burger. The first sentence describing them is, quote, they are not draftable. Okay, first of all, bitch, don't tell me how to live my life. I could draft anything if I damn well want to. Frickin' watch me try and stop me. All right? You just have to try hard enough. You can draft anything if you try hard enough, okay? Look at the Chappelle Show race draft. Half Jewish, half black Tiger Woods got drafted by the blacks. I won't give away the rest. But also, I won't be buying this crap, so I don't care. Oh my gosh, the mouse with the sword fighting the wolf is going to be Bloomborough, not Eldraine. A world of, quote, anthropomorphic animals, because that's what we need in the fandom is furries. I bet they just sat down and said, Magic doesn't have enough pedophiles anymore because nobody goes to the paper tournaments. So, what are our judges supposed to do? They all left, Magic cons to go to furry conventions. And somebody's like, hold my beer. And my mushrooms. Let's do a 100% anthropomorphic, I can't say that word more than once in a day, apparently. Realistic people-looking animal set. Yay! That won't get the creepy weirdos interested. They don't care. If they can write a check, they don't care how screwed up those people are. Mark Rosor wanted to stress, they're like two sides. So like a mouse is the size of a mouse, raccoon's the size of a raccoon. And the second thing you want to stress is they're wearing clothes. I don't know if you've seen those fervent communities out there, but not for long. Not for long they got clothes on. So at the end of 2024, they're doing a top-down set, which means they came up with the ideas first and then forced the cards to fit, which just by definition breaks standard right after the annual rotation, I think. So that's a great idea. I guess they just assume Hasbro will be bankrupt by then. And so they won't like actually have to make any of this shit. But it's going to be called Duskmorn House of Horror. After Mark just got done saying that the Phyrexian crap was too creepy for some people and they didn't want to play the game because they didn't want to look at art that gross. It's based on 70s and 80s horror, which Mark referred to as modern horror because he's old. And the entire plane is a mansion. You know, they said not every plane is a planet. And they weren't just referring to like the whole tree thing and the 10 realm thing. Some are artificial, some are super small, some are flat, not round actually. And yeah, so some are a mansion. So like that's actually kind of neat. But it's really just, we didn't want to, you know, we're going to a brand new world and we didn't want to like actually come up with something creative and write like a whole, you know, what do they call that? The lore Bible for it. So we're just going to make it a mansion. Because if you don't have to leave, you don't have to know what's outside because there's nothing outside because then we'd have to write what's outside and we're not going to do that. Because A, nobody wants to work for us, and B, we already employ very untalented writers. So you already might be asking yourself, so that alleged leak on Reddit where a lot of people thought it was a troll and a lot of people thought it was real, how accurate is this to what they were saying? And the answer is, I don't give a shit. All right, 2025, Innistrad Remastered. I legitimately thought they already did that. After that, we have Tennis. It's going to be Death Race, but between the Omen paths between the planes. So the Kessel run or whatever from Star Wars, and that's when we'll see the Star Wars tie-in. They didn't say that, but I'm telling you that right now. Tennis is the code name. Hey guys, do you think it'll be vehicle heavy? Huh. They must really think that either Hasbro or the entire world after the next election in late 2024 is going to end, and then they won't have to do any of this crap. You know what? Twisted Metal tie-in, let's go. After that, we've got Ultimate. They haven't finalized the names, much like Atlazan. So we're going back to Tarkir. That's what that keyword means. And the nickname, which doesn't appear to be a cryptic nickname, it appears to just actually be what is actually going on, Dragonstorm. So this will be like, I believe he said chronologically not the start of Dragonstorm, but it's got dragons in it. So I don't know, the Dragon, maybe Ashy Larry takes over the Dragon, and who knows. Maybe the Dragon was in Eldrazi this whole time. Maybe it'll be the Dragon versus Emrakul. She comes out of the moon with her moon cheese powers, and I'd play that. That would actually be pretty cool. And for some reason, they're mixing the old timeline and the new timeline. I don't even know how that's possible, and I read those stories, but that just makes no sense. Double 3 color? Oh my gosh. Universes beyond Final Fantasy. Great. The closest I've gotten to playing Final Fantasy is watching somebody play it one time, and I think I bought and sold one of the games without playing it one time, and playing Phantasy Star 3 for the Sega Genesis. That's as close as I've gotten, is like the words being kind of similar on a completely different series. So I do not give one single crap. I do want to play that one with the douchey emo dudes in the car at some point, but it's going to have to be like $10 or something because your boy cheap. At least Athena called it Square Enix because it's not Enix, it's Enix. I don't care what they or anybody says, it's Enix, shut up. So blah, 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 blah. It's our intent. It's not set in stone. We might not do it. Also, it's definitely coming to Arena. That's to summarize what they said. I'm saving you guys so much time. I am 27 minutes and 37 seconds into this video, and I don't even drink and I want to switch to hard liquor. Okay, it's like 3 in the afternoon. I mean, just bandwidth and tentpole and just corporate buzzwords, utilization, and they claim they focused on the new player experience in 2023. They drove away more new players than I could ever possibly imagine in 2023. Fixed standard. Have a playable format on Arena that doesn't cost $500 to jump into. Have a permanently rotating free queue. Just saying. All access. Have paper to digital tie-ins in both directions that are completely and utterly additive and free. Lower the complexity. Replace standard with what it used to be. Make a new format. I don't care. Just pick one. 2 sets at a time. Rotation. Done. Whatever. Call it new player format, Magic Simple Edition. You gotta have less mechanics, less complexity, less overpowered combos, less cards in the card pool. If you do not do that, you will not have new players because there's nothing to learn or play or buy that is enjoyable or affordable, you absolute morons. What a bunch of idiot lefties, politician and political editorial wannabe idiots trying to pretend that they know business and have business degrees. Amazing. Well, they're also pretending they want to live in Seattle. So, I mean, might as well pretend more things. Might as well keep lying to yourself. So their overall strategy is not focus on winning or losing. So they're going to go heavy on the achievement system and all this other crap. Spoiler alert, 99% of your players are male. Just let's cut that 70-30 bullshit that you always quote. And males like to beat each other at things. So the whole, I lost the video game, so I'm going to uninstall it. I'm not having fun. Yes, I like it when it's a complex thing and I don't care who wins, but if I'm playing against an anonymous douchebag on the internet that I have no respect for because I don't know them personally, screw them, I want to win. Historically at F&M and paper for the last 10 years, yeah, you get the try-hard douchebag net deckers who spend more than they make in a week on a deck just so that they can beat little kids and me. Those people need to go because for every one of them, they drive away 5 other people who just want to play and have fun and build an affordable deck. So, yeah, I get it, they're whales, but from a mathematical standpoint, like, is that healthy in the long term? And the answer is, look at your active player graph for the last 5 years. I don't need to answer that. You can answer that your damn self. So the next important news story is that there's going to be a sequel to Metro Exodus coming out. What does that have to do with the Magic world? Nothing. Nothing at all. I just thought I'd tell you that because you're going to need something to play other than Magic. So they're planning on adding multiplayer to Arena, I guess for more casual matches now that they added the friends system or whatever. They literally just added it and did nothing during COVID with it, which that's just amazingly stupid. Now they think multiplayer is going to work. So like, what do people still play? Oh yeah, multiplayer. And then they're going to focus on card collecting. In other words, trying to get people to buy more crap. And then trying to onboard new players. Those two things are not going in the same direction at all. So mid to late 2025, we've got volleyball. I wonder if it'll be Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball Universes Beyond. My guess would be no. Because remember, wizards and all lefties are all on the same page here. If you're an attractive woman, f*** you. And if you're a male who's attracted to attractive women, you are a terrible person. That's why I really appreciate your support, you guys, about 6 years ago on my channel when I came out as heterosexual. Very, very dangerous thing. I caught a lot of hate for that in this day and age, but you guys have been there to support me in my love of beautiful based ass women. Oh, and so this will be the end of the Dragon Storm arc, whatever that is. So I guess all the dragons died or something. I don't know. I assume Mamoswine did it. Oh, no. He's comparing this to science fiction in Neon Dynasty. Oh, God. I'm just going to play this. I can't describe this. There aren't words. I'm just going to play it.
So we are going to explore a space we've never explored before. Space! We are going to outer space. Volleyball is a space opera set, and we are literally going into outer space.
That's right. Wizards of the Coast and their lefty socialists are going to the only place not contaminated by capitalism. Space! And if you don't get that reference, you're not just dead to me, you're also dead to Tim Curry. So after space volleyball, we've got wrestling. Then Mark said, hey, there's the #1 most requested set or plane that we haven't gone back to. We're finally going back to in this wrestling set at the end of 2025. That's right, the #1 most requested on his blog that he's been talking about for we're finally going back to. You thought I was going to say Chandelar. No, it's Lorwyn. I don't know about Lorwyn. I don't care about Lorwyn. This is going to be the Brothers War all over again. I didn't play 20 years ago, so like, it's dead to me. I don't give one single crap. All I know is it's racist fairies and I freaking hate fairies. That sums up everything I know about Lorwyn. I literally know more about like that elemental split convergence confluence Alara thing, which is probably about 2 paragraphs of lore. Then in 2026, they have something called yachting. That's right. Owning a big boat for rich people. That's so weird because these lefties think the entire Earth will be destroyed by then, but they've been saying that since about 2002. Actually, 1968. I should do a video on that on my other channel about all the Chicken Little bullshit. So, while Mark Rosewater goes on a caffeine-fueled borderline stroke, the gist of it is, I don't know what they're about. We don't know anything about the mechanics. I'm literally working on them right now. And we're returning to Arcadios. Where is that? Have we been there before? I don't know. At that point in the future, will anybody who played back then to know what the hell that is be still playing? No. Does it matter? No. Oh, Strixhaven, that one. Okay, I could have waited for him to say that, but, you know, why? And after that, we get ziplining. Another stupid, dangerous thing that rich people do because they, you know, can only fill their empty lives with alcohol with some of their budget. It's a big, giant capstone event to a storyline that's similar in caliber to the Brothers' War, apparently. Hey, maybe all the Planeswalkers will get their sparks back. Yay. He says, I can't tell you the villain or anything about it because I can't. What a great reveal. Wow. The one thing he's allowed to tell you is that Mark Rosewater is very excited about it. Mark Rosewater gets excited about going to the DMV. That guy, like, he is on all the drugs, in my opinion, in best estimation. Nobody is that high energy or excited about stuff all the time. Okay, especially his age. Come on. Maybe he has a brain tumor. So, Secret Lair Commander deck. That's a thing that exists in case you've been living under a rock or like me, just don't care. Next one coming up in the near future is going to be Angels. Oh boy. So I am 99% sure that not one single bit of that was live. I think they just played it. It was like pre-edited and pre-rendered, probably to make sure that they don't accidentally leak something for like 2 years in the future. Like Mark could have accidentally said the name, but also because I think they're all terrible presenters. So it's actually kind of smart. But like, if you went all the way to GenCon and they just played you something that could have and now literally is a YouTube video, oh boy, I don't know. Whatever. Lake Geneva Con, GenCon, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, isn't even in Lake Geneva or Wisconsin anymore. So you know what? Fine. If the whole con is fake, one would even dare call it a con. Might as well have pre-recorded bullshit that you could have stayed home to listen to. My proof of that is I just did. Not that I'd watch an hour of Mark Rosewater acting like a jackass and a complete nerd in front of like people live, but it would be funnier. It would generate more buzz because he's like a Joe Biden gaffe machine back when Joe Biden knew what planet he was on. So anyway, if you made it this far into the video, you might as well subscribe because clearly you're not angry enough to leave. That's about it. The game is green hell. Thanks for watching. Bye.